Welcome learners and my viewers for the series of videos on topology. In the previous videos, we have seen homomorphism part 2, wherein we have seen how to get the continuous functions and the whose inverse image is also continuous bijective functions, and show that two topological spaces or two sets are homomorphic. In today's video, let's go about open mapping and closed mapping and some related theorem and few examples. So open mapping is open mapping and closed mapping. Okay, let us first define what is open mapping and closed mapping, and then we will prove the reference theorems. Okay, so open mapping. If you remember, we define a continuous function such that whose inverse image, if you take a open set in your codomain, its inverse image has to be open in the domain, right? But in this case, you take the open set in domain, its image has to be open in codomain. In that case, we say that function or a map is open map, right? So let us take a function f first. So f from topological spaces x to y is called open mapping if you take a open set here, its image has to be open here, right? And in that case let us take if fu is open in y for all open sets u in x. So if you take any open set in our domain, its image has to be open in our codomain. In that case, a function or a map is called an open map. Okay. Similarly, closed mapping. Of course, a simple guess. The image of a closed set should be closed, right? So f from x to y is called closed mapping if fu is closed in y for all closed sets u of x. Don't get confused for the continuity of function and open and closed mapping. So let's recall again that we define a function to be continuous when you take open set in y, that is your codomain, its inverse image has to be open in x. And equivalently, when you take any closed set in your codomain y, its inverse image has to be closed in x. But in this case, we are taking a open or closed set in the domain and its image has to be open or closed in our codomain. In that case, we say that the function is open or closed respectively. Okay, so using this open mapping, closed mapping, we can have a definition or a statement for the homeomorphism. Okay, so let's go about theorem. Let f be a function from x to y, x and y are two topological spaces, then f is a homeomorphism if and only if these three conditions holds. So first condition, as we know, f is bijective. Second condition, f is continuous. And third condition, as we know, f inverse has to be continuous, right? In that case we need to find f inverse, then you need to check whether it's continuous or not. But the third condition can be replaced by open or closed mapping, that is, those are equivalent. We will prove this. So f is open mapping or f is closed mapping. So to prove this theorem, we need only to say that this third condition, f is open mapping or closed mapping, is equivalent to say that f inverse is continuous. If we manage to show that, then we are done. Okay, so let's go for proof of this. Proof. Now suppose first that f is homeomorphism. Suppose f function from x to y is homeomorphism. Suppose this is homeomorphism. Okay, so since this is homeomorphism, this implies f is bijective. That means our first point is done. And f is continuous. In that case, our second point is done, right? So the only thing what we have to show is this: f is open mapping or closed mapping. Let us take this, right? Same thing we can do, go for the closed mapping, right? So we will prove it for open mapping. So to show that f is open mapping, let us show that f is open mapping. And to show that f is open mapping, what we need to show is we need to take open set in ux. Now, open set u in x, we have to show that the image of that is open in y. Okay, so let us take, let u be open in the domain x. Okay, to show that fu is open in y, this is what we have to show. Okay, now of course for this we will use that f is homeomorphism, but before that let's draw this. So this is visible. We have x, we have y, we have function f which is from x to y, this is x and this is y. And to show that this is homeomorphism, we need to take a open set here. So let us take a open set u in x. We need to show that the image of that u, will be here. This will be fu. We need to show that this is open, and we have taken this as open. Okay, same thing you can do for closed. So let's go back. So we have taken u open in x, we have to show that fu is open in y. Okay, so now we will use the fact that f is homeomorphism, that means f inverse is continuous. Okay, since f inverse of function from y to x is continuous. Why? This is because f is homeomorphism, by the third point of the definition of homeomorphism, and u is a subset of x is open. So since f inverse is continuous and u is open in x, this implies This implies f inverse of u is open in Y. Now again, be careful, we are using two different notations here. Okay, so this is inverse function and this, that in raised to -1, is inverse image. Okay, so it is assumed that you know the distinction and we will write this same together here. Okay, so this is open in Y. Our claim is f inverse, that is the inverse image of u under f inverse, is nothing but fu. This you can try. Alright, so you can pause this video, you can try to show that these two sets are same. Basically both are sets, so you take a point in one set, show that it is in the other set, and the vice versa. Right, so let's prove this claim now. Let Y belongs to our right hand side, that is, sorry, left hand side, that is f inverse of u. Okay, so let us take, since this f inverse of u, there is the inverse image of f inverse, will be in Y, right? And you are taking a point in this. So let us set, you write here, set f inverse of Y is equals to x. So since Y belongs to the inverse image of u, there exists some x in u such that f inverse of Y is equals to x. Okay, and if f inverse of Y is equals to x, this implies f of x is equals to Y. Okay, we will use this if required. Now here, Y belongs to inverse image of u under f inverse. This implies the image of Y will be in u, and f inverse of Y is equals to x we have set, so this implies x belongs to u. If x belongs to u, this implies fx will belongs to fu, and fx is nothing but y, so this implies y belongs to fu. Simple notational things, right? So we have taken over y in f inverse of the inverse image of u. This implies, and we showed that y belongs to fu. This implies inverse image of f inverse of u under f inverse of u. This will be contained inside fu. Let's mark this as one equation. Okay, on the other way, we have to take a point in fu. So let us take z. Let z belongs to fu. So z belongs to fu means there exists some u in u. This implies there exists, let us take small u belongs to capital U, such that fu is equals to z. So this implies this u will be equals to inverse image of z, right? And u belongs to u implies this belongs to u, and altogether this implies this z belongs to the inverse image of u under the function f inverse. Okay, so please make distinctions about the inverse images and the inverse function over here. So we have taken z in fu and we proved that this is in this set. This implies fu is contained inside inverse image of u under f inverse. This is our equation 2 from 1 and 2. F inverse of u is equals to fu, and we proved that this set is open in Y. This implies fu is open in Y. Right? Same thing you can do for closed set. So that we'll do as an exercise. Conversely, assume that 1, 2, 3 holds. Assume that our points 1, 2 and 3 holds. And we need to show that F is homeomorphism. So let's go for converse part. Conversely, let us write just 1, 2, 3 are true or holds. To show that F is homeomorphism. Right. So first point says it is bijective, so that is done. Second point says F is continuous, that is done. Third point says it is open or closed map. So from that we have to show that F is a continuous function. Sorry, F inverse is a continuous function. Okay. So F is homeomorphism. To show that F inverse is continuous, this is what you have to show. Right? And remember, a function F inverse is a function from Y to X. And to show that this is continuous, we need to take open or closed set in X. You have to show that the inverse image of that will be open in Y. Okay. So let us assume that third point says it is open or closed map. So let us assume that it's an open map. Suppose F is open mapping. If you assume that it is closed mapping, then you have to take a closed set in X. Okay. So let V be open in, take open set in X here in the codomain. We need to show that the inverse image will be open in Y. This implies inverse of V is equals to Fv. We can do this, and Fv is open in Y. Because F is open mapping, we have taken V which is open in X. Let us write F again here. F is a function from X to Y. We have taken a V open in X, and since F is open mapping, Fv is open in Y, and here we got Fv. So we have written Fv is open in Y. So if Fv is open in Y, this implies F inverse of V is open in Y, and therefore we have proved that F inverse is inverse. Because we have taken an open set in our domain, that is Y, and we proved that the inverse image of that open set is open in, we have taken an open set in X, that is our codomain, and we have proved that its inverse image is open in our domain. So F inverse is continuous, and hence F is homeomorphism. That's all. Let's take some examples for open mapping, closed mapping, and complete this video. And in the next video, we'll talk about some different concept. Okay. So let us take a simple example. Easy to visualize. Let us take F from R to R, and let us define our function fx to be 0 for all x belonging to R. Exercise is check whether F is open mapping or F is closed mapping. It can be both. Rather, I should say it may be both. Right? So you pause the video, do this exercise, and come back. So this will be open mapping provided if you take any, underline this word, any open set in our domain, its image has to be open in our codomain. And in this case, for example, if you take an open interval, all those points from the open interval will be mapped to 0. Right? So, and we know that singletons are not open in R. So if you take any open set in our domain, its image is not open in our codomain. That means this is not an open map. But in other way, on the other hand, if you take any closed set here, and if you check the image of that closed set, all the points will be mapped to singleton 0, and we know that singleton 0 is closed in R. That means this F is closed map but not open map. Okay, let us take another example. See, let us go on the other page. Example: f, a function from R to R, and let us define this function fx to be the split way. Say x, if x belongs to say close interval 0 1, it is 1 if x is greater than 1, and it is 0 if x is less than 0. Right? With this we have included all the points from the domain R. Exercise is check whether this is open mapping or closed mapping. Okay, let us draw this. See how the diagram will be. That will be easy task to do. This is R cross R. This is your domain, that is R, and this is your codomain, again, that is R. If x is less than 0, we have the definition of that function to be 0. So if x is less than 0, we have this line at all those points which are less than 0. Okay, but 0 is not included because in this domain 0 is not there, so this is open. Okay, if x is greater than 1, let us assume that 1 is here. If x is greater than 1, then we have that is equals to 1. So let us assume that 1 is here. So 1 is also included. Sorry, 1 is not included. It's open, and this will go to infinity. But if x is in between 0 and 1, we have that function which is equal to x. That is y equals to x. That is a straight line which joins this origin and this point. This is x, y is equals to x, or fx equals to x. Okay, this is how we draw the diagram of this function. Exercise is check whether this is open map or closed map. Otherwise, also I can say that check whether this is homeomorphism. Let's check whether it's 1 or not 2. Of course, this is not homeomorphism, but you give the explanation for that. And check whether this function is a continuous function. Okay, let us take one more. Let's go for one more. Say f from open interval 0 1 to R, and we define this to be ft is equals to t for all t belonging to open interval 0 1. This is of course not a closed map. So reasoning you check, this is not a closed map, because for a closed map, if you take any open set in our any closed set in our domain, it has to be closed in our codomain. But if you see open intervals, this 0 1 will be closed in this 0 1, but the image of it will be open interval here, which is 0 1, which is not closed. So this is not a closed map. But we can show that this is open map. Okay, let me just state a simple statement here to this. If U set of X is open in X but not closed, that is it is open but not closed, then the inclusion map we have seen what is inclusion map, some exercises, please go through the previous videos. Map is open but not closed. Okay. So let's stop here, it's almost 25 minutes. In the next video we will talk about quotient topology. It's a simple introduction kind of, and then we will go for connected spaces. So we will wind up this small topic in the next video. So till then, stay tuned and see you in the next video.